Aw, sick. Whoa.
Most animals kill only in proportion to their needs. Others kill out of fear. But this fear causes an illness that festers when not addressed. Nanuruluk understood that the only cure was to make the wrong right.
Rocks.
Well, this is the place. I'm gonna start a fire so we don't freeze to death out here. Hope the ride wasn't too bumpy.
I promise I will never complain about Montreal public transport again.
Come on, it wasn't that bad. Okay, maybe it was that bad.
So why do you want to show me this place? What's so special about it?
Remember that symbol you showed me from the Terror? I've heard elders talk about seeing something similar at this Inuksuk.
Not exactly what I'd call a solid lead. Since I can't get back on the research vessel, it'll have to do.
Okay, I guess I can take a look around.
Fire! Anything else? Rocks. Nope. Okie dokie. If I remember correctly, there it was. That letter with the symbol the elders told me about. Didn't want to show it to that jerk Alan, but her? Should trust Nuna and show it to her.
Hey, look!
What have you got there?
I found something between the stones of this Inuksuk. Some kind of tin cylinder. It's got a note inside written in English.
Oh shit! Hold on. Why would the Inuit build an Inuksuk out here? Out in the middle of nowhere?
Sammy, do you know what this Inukshuk means?
Not sure really, but whatever it is, it's not a good omen.
What makes you say that?
For the Inuit people, human-shaped Inuksuk sometimes act as a warning. Someone may have died here or they were murdered. Now their spirit is haunting this place.
Oh! Great! Out in the middle of nowhere with a guy who believes in ghosts. No, out in the middle of nowhere with a fucking haunted ass fucking ghost haunting around. Hello? We're gonna get murdered. I'm just a messenger. I'm not even sure what the message is. Had to bring her here. She saw that symbol. It can't just be a coincidence. Came all this way, might as well hear him out.
Well, are you gonna show me this letter, or are we just gonna stand around till we freeze to death?
Sure, take a look. See that symbol? Looks kind of like the one from the boat, right?
Oh, kind of. It is, dude. Left HM ship Terror 22 April, having been beset since September 1846. Oh. Made our way south. Harsh conditions. Men becoming weaker by day. Headache. Snow game. Cursed? But the survivors of the Terror, they came here with the Inuit? And the symbol, it's the same one from the Hall of the Terror. The one I saw in my dream? Who is this Simon Woodruff guy? If he was an officer on the Franklin expedition, I would have seen his name before. He sure didn't spell like an officer. Copy editor would have a field day with this. Says something about a curse? Poor saps, who must have been losing their minds. There has to be a logical explanation for all this. If I was the one to crack it, it could make my career. What were they going through? What were they thinking when they wrote this? Probably cursed. Bad. Not good. Use your fucking eyeballs and read.
Commander,
Uh-oh.
One moment, William. Let me finish my message. And enough with this commander nonsense. Now, what is it?
Sir, this place is exposed. And with this blizzard coming, shouldn't we think about leaving soon?
Indeed we should. The problem is Suluk. His condition has deteriorated, and he's too weak to walk.
Do not worry about me, Sam. My journey goes more far than here.
I hope so, Suluk, because Suluk? Damn. He's fallen unconscious. William, quickly. There's something wrong.
I'll do my best, Commander, but the Inuit have been showing signs of weakness for some time now.
We all have.
But this is different. It's not just exhaustion, it's... Well, I don't know what it is.
Some doctor you are.
I never claimed to be a doctor, you raggedy-assed.
Enough bickering. There has to be a rational explanation.
If there is, we may not have time to look for it. We're freezing out here.
We must find some way to help the Inuit. They're counting on us. Reuben, see if there's anything we can do for them.
Aye, sir.
Beep boop. Oh. Stuff. Oh. What? Knock, knock. Veal soup gravy. Thing reminds me of the tomb of the Earl of Buchan in Dunkeld Cathedral. Eerie sight, to be sure. Of course, around there you can always go to a pub to cheer yourself up. We'll need every piece of equipment we can carry if we're to get out of this alive. I don't care about you. Atuat explained to me that some Inuksut are used to bringing down game. Used to bring down game a bit like scarecrows. But this one, I don't know. It's ominous somehow. We can't just abandon the Inuit in the middle of nowhere like this. There has to be some way to improve their chances, if only to ease our own guilt.
Commander, if we have to leave now, I'd like to give a few things to our friends.
You're a fine lad, Reuben. I was thinking along the same lines. What do you propose?
I'm not sure. A lamp could be useful in the dark. Binoculars might help them spot game and plan a route ahead, but with them too weak to hunt right now, I think some of our food would be helpful too.
Commander, I appreciate the help these folks have given us, but that's more than we owe them.
What the fuck?
We have to think of ourselves right now. We'll need that food if we're to reach the mainland.
We've travelled side by side for months, Josephus. Have you no compassion for your fellow man?
Yeah, y'all would literally be dead without them. Hello?
Reuben, do as you see fit. I trust you to help the Inuit without endangering us.
Understood, Commander.
Hell yeah. What do you want? Giving away half our sodding gear madness. Reuben lad is soft in the head. What's worse, Woodruff agrees with him. It's cruel, but in times like these you have to look after your own. Just hope we don't regret giving away half our food. I mean, y'all are still fucking fit and capable of hunting. Like, calm down. If our Angakuk dies, this Inuksuk will be used to warn all Inuit who pass through here.
Ilakka angakkum nerveninga tamanna susugiya kamman tamanna tangninga na yuga rikpo.
Oof. These things are useless as they are heavy, and their food is awful. As soon as their strength began to fail and we stopped, they started to build this Inuksuk. Maybe it's one of their rituals to protect themselves against dangers they don't understand? If we lose the Inuit, we won't have the manpower to drag our gear any further. One problem at a time, William. Natar had us build this Inuksuk. He seems to believe this will be Suluk's final resting place. Hope he's mistaken. Not sure all the Kalunat agree with him, but Reuben Campbell is a generous man.
Thank you for the food, Hallukalla, even if it burns my stomach.
I'll admit it's not fine dining, but I hope it helps you and your people, Atuat. I only wish there were more we could do.
Structure is foreboding, but at least it can be seen from afar. Could help to attract the attention of a rescue mission. Wishful thinking. It's not much, but I hope these items offer our Inuit friends a greater chance of survival. Wait. What? What is this? Oh, that's right. Never mind. Go back. Well, actually, hold on. Never mind again. No, do I have to fucking listen to the bad man? I don't want to do that. Oh. Aha. Yippee. Stuff. Cool. Whoa. Oh, there goes my appetite. Damn, bet those ass kissers back on the boat would love to get their hands on these. Guessing there's no point trying to light this. These cans look like the ones that were pulled up from the Terror.
How did those cans end up here?
Looks like the sailors left some of their food behind.
You mean nobody's touched them for a century and a half?
Possibly. With an Inuksuk like this, people tend to avoid the area.
This definitely looks like it could have belonged to the sailors from the Terror. Guess I was right to trust my instincts. Nice catch. If only Dr. Gervais could see me now. Now what? Aw, man. They're gonna make me listen to that poo-poo butt. Sucks. Are you sure? Are you sure there's nothing? Oh. We have to face facts. If we can't rouse Suluk, there's little we can do for him. We need to find out what's wrong with him, and fast. This poor fellow doesn't look so well at all.
What do you think, William? You don't buy this talk of curses, do you?
I'm no doctor, Commander.
And I'm no commander, William. But we're making do as best as we can. Come. Speak your mind.
I've spent enough time with doctors to see how the human body can confound men of science. But in the end, there's always an explanation for everything.
Any thoughts?
Scurvy, botulism, typhoid, maybe. For now, I have no idea what the disease is. Those medical books we brought from the ship's library could shed some light on the matter.
Oh. Suluk is a powerful Angakuk. His illness is a bad sign. Even Kumak is sick. He can barely hunt. Usually nothing affects him. Are we being poisoned by the Kalunat? Do they want to kill us?
Seem concerned, Atuat?
I am, Willia. I can hardly see Suluk's Hamanik.
His... Kaumanik?
Hamanik means light. I can feel his light weakening. I'm worried about him.
Kalunat seem to have their healing rituals written in books, but will they work? The only person who really knew how to heal was Suluk. How will we survive without him? Took this book from Good Sir's library before we left the Terror. I knew it might come in handy. Oh, let's compare this chap's condition to the symptoms listed in the book. Abdomen is neither swollen nor taut. This would rule out typhoid fever. Clearly suffering. Simple indigestion wouldn't put him in such a state. Cramps could point to dysentery, but that isn't the case here. Fingernails normal, no thickening of the skin. If it is scurvy, he displays none of the usual signs. Most strange, Suluk's gums are healthy. Most scurvy patients lose their teeth. No fever either. If it was typhoid, he'd be burning up. Undilated pupils, rules out botulism. But the features of his face are contracted. He suffers from a headache, clearly. Seems like this poor chap was poisoned. Can't see any other explanation.
Well, William, what's your verdict?
We can rule out scurvy, typhoid, or dysentery. The only possible diagnosis left would be some sort of poisoning.
It is a sickness of the unbelievers. It devours them from within.
Okay, so tell me you did it then. Jesus.
Better that we don't risk catching it.
Please, Henry, spare us the sermon.
If we had someone with real medical training, we could figure out what poisoned Suluk. Whatever it is, I just can't shake the feeling that this is all our fault. They've survived in this hostile environment for centuries, thrived, and then we show up. Don't need a medical degree to work this one out. Kalanat are restless, but they can do nothing against the poison that kills Suluk. Hope Kumak will come back with game, although I doubt Suluk has the strength to eat. Didn't have much hope, but now it's clear. Can't be of any help to Suluk and his people. I need to rewrite my message. Make it clear that we've been unable to determine the cause of their illness. If by some miracle a rescue mission happens upon this place, it might just buy them some time. What has happened to Suluk? What is this evil that devours him? Did a Turngak seize him? Knew we should never have trusted these Kalanat. It's all their fault. Kalanat thought they had the medicine to understand Suluk's sickness, but Angakuit, like Suluk, face evils that ordinary men cannot comprehend. What? Explain? Don't understand how can the Inuit be so sick but we're barely affected? Is it something we've brought upon them? If it is, I could never forgive myself. Stay strong, Atuat. Hope you and your people get better soon. Need to find a way to help you and your people. Something, anything. Maybe with the right equipment, your chances of survival would be higher. Only, I have no idea what we have that would be useful to you. They seem to love that dried meat of theirs. Could that be the culprit? But if it was, why would they get sick now of all times? No, it has to be something else. These people are dying. We can't stand around waiting for it to happen. It's cruel, but we have to move on without them if we're going to survive. If Woodruff wants to stay here out of loyalty, then he's no better than that cretin Gore on the Terror. We must make it back home. Made a promise to Moira. Not been feeling good for weeks. Hope I haven't caught this sickness of theirs. If it's been weeks, you probably gave it to them, you fuck. Dumbass. Hold on. They poisoned themselves somehow. There's nothing we can do for them. Should leave them to their fate. They would do the same to us. If only we could take their fur coats. Not. What a fuckhead. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't the one who did this. Or at least not on purpose, anyway. came all this way, might as well hear him out.
Well, are you gonna show me this letter, or are we just gonna stand around till we freeze to death?
What? Didn't we already do this?
Sure, take a look. See that symbol?
What? We did... Oh, it's different now. Met Inuit who helped us but then fell sick. May leave behind but will offer supplies. The survivors of the terror that came here with the Inuit. Sounds like the Inuit were brought down by some kind of illness? But what was its source, and why them and not the sailors? Maybe there's a clue in some of the items the sailors left behind. Oh. Yeah, I was like, it's gotta be the food, right? These are the same as the cans we found on the Terror.
If the sailors left cans here, it must have been for a reason.
Maybe they got sick of eating the same old stuff?
Take it from someone who worked freelance. Eating crap is better than starving to death.
Damn, must be tough having a fancy media career. Take a closer look.
Didn't one of the scientists say something about canned goods in the 19th century?
Lead poisoning.
Maggie, I think.
I don't know. They always make me stay with the Zodiac.
It was the sealing process. The lead they used to seal the cans contaminated the food. European sailors back then would have built up a tolerance for lead.
But for the Inuit, it would have been a hell of a shock to the system. You could be onto something there.
So the sailors' food caused the curse? Hardly surprising. Wouldn't be the first time their solutions caused more harm than good. Whoa. That kind of thing was common in those days. Merchants would take advantage of a large order to offload defective inventory. Wonder how many people paid the price for someone trying to earn a quick buck. Wish I could say things have changed. Oof. What if it was the food, the cans, the material they're made of? Games become so scarce of late, we've been eating more canned goods than usual.
William, take a look at these cans for me. Does anything strike you as odd about them?
Let me see. You're right, sir. The lead solder on the cans is damaged. It's turned green. It's flaking.
Yeah.
But if it's the canned food, why aren't we sick too? We've been eating it for years.
That's precisely it. We each had a lifetime eating slop in the Navy, whereas the Inuit who lived off the land. That might explain why it's affected them as it has. We must get rid of these tainted preserves. From now on, we eat only what we hunt.
Remarkable, Commander. You may just have saved Suluk and the Inuit from certain death.
Uh-oh. Don't die.
Friends,
Oh.
this Inuksuk? Had you lost all hope for me?
We thought you entered the spirit world, so look. But your helmet shines again.
What's so funny?
For us, man-shaped Inuksuk can be a reminder that someone has passed.
And that their soul is present where they died.
It's like waking up finding your friends, but crossed in ground above your head.
But you are an Anikato, Tsuluk. A dead man brought back to life.
If that's so, let's replace this symbol with an Inuksuk that will indicate to our destination.
Dude, I definitely said that wrong, I'm sorry. The dead brought back to life. Did I resurrect Suluk? Okay, don't give yourself all that credit, my guy. Is this my destiny? Is this the meaning of my dream?
Very well. I'll leave a message for the rescue party. Gentlemen, empty one of the boats. Suluk and his people have dragged our sorry arses this far. It's time we return the favor.
We did it! Have Simon believe. That's funny.
Well, bravo, I guess.
You ask why I brought you here. I'm trying to show you.
The film reel looks ancient. You sure it's okay to put it up there like that?
What? Like I'm gonna unspool it on the ground? Nah, this way you can see the whole thing.
What whole thing?
The whole story.
Can you stop talking in riddles for 1 minute and tell me what any of this has to do with the terror?
I was building up to that. Jeez, you're ruining the suspense. Remember when I found that tin cylinder in the Inuksuk? There was a note inside. Here.
What is this, show and tell? Oh shit. Oh. Oh. Remnants. Yippee! Good. I think the film strip has finally gotten her attention.
Sammy, this film, you said it was from your aunt?
More of a family friend. She gave it to me when I was a kid because I used to love the story it told. The weird thing is, she contacted me a few days ago and asked if I still had it. She said I should keep it with me, that someone would be interested in it. Guess she was talking about you.
But how could she have known?
She knows all kinds of things.
Do you think she might know anything about the terror?
Maybe you could ask her yourself. She lives pretty far away though, a place southeast of here.
How does she feel about visitors?
So long as you like hearing old stories, you'll get on like a house on fire. There's another reel too, but this one's sealed. I've never been able to get it developed.
Well, I guess I could help with that. It's gonna cost a fortune, but that's what company credit cards are for.
Thought Nuna was crazy, but it's all happening just like she said it would. Done what she told me to anyway. Who knows where this is going. With the Inuksuk to scare people off, this junk was left untouched for over a century and a half. Congratulations, boys. You created Nunavut's first landfill. Guess I should take a closer look at this mysterious note. Cause of sickness, intoxication from lead in cans. We'll hunt from now on. Continuing south together. Survivors of the terror. Inuit got sick. Inuit got sick, but this Woodruff guy figured out it was because of those tainted cans. Sounds like they all left together, but it doesn't say where they went. Who's this Simon Woodruff? One of the officers of the Franklin expedition, that's for sure. Whoever he is, he may have just given me the scoop of a lifetime and... Wait, is that...
Sammy, it's that symbol again.
See? As soon as you showed it to me, I remembered hearing stories about it showing up here. It didn't mean much at the time, but, well, there it is.
Incredible. This is incredible.
All this abandoned equipment, not in bad condition, considering how long it must have been here. Sailors must have had to dump some of their gear for some reason. Whatever it was, it seems like I'm on the right track. Fine, might as well see what all the fuss is about with this film strip. No one's gonna be developing this anytime soon. It's been drawn on with a knife or something? Some kind of story about a bear. And these three silhouettes here. Warriors, maybe? And wait a minute, there's that symbol again. Maybe it's an Inuit thing? There's another film case. This one's sealed.
Operation Borealis. What the hell is that?
Hey, don't mess with that. That one's never been opened. I don't even know what's on it.
Maybe David could help. Send him a text. He should get packed pretty quick. How's she getting reception all the way out here? No, literally. Must be a satellite phone or something. Here's a message from David. Oh, he even sent me a picture? What? Scientific expedition. Oh, we must have already sent him a message about it. I was like, how the fuck did he know? Scientific expedition looking for a meteorite in the 50s. What does that have to do with anything? Military legend, young filmmaker to his movies. What? Now he's calling. Must be important.
Tina, I got that picture you sent over. care to tell me what Operation Borealis has to do with the Franklin expedition?
It's a lead I'm following up. It's kind of hard to explain.
Try me.
They have found evidence of a collaboration between survivors of the expedition and an Inuit group.
It looks like they may have headed south after they abandoned the Terror.
So what? I sent you to be there when they brought the ship out of the water.
Think about it, David. No one's ever accounted for all of the crew of the Terror. And we might have found evidence that they had help in surviving.
I suppose there might be a story there, but where were they going?
That I don't know, but I think I could find out. I just need a couple of things from you.
What kind of things are we talking?
Money, baby.
First, I have a reel of film I want to send your way. I'd like to have it developed ASAP.
This is all suspiciously reasonable so far.
Also, I need some funds. I was hoping I could use the magazine's credit card.
There it is. All right, how much? And who are you paying it to?
A good journalist never reveals her sources.
Since when are you a good journalist?
Wow, fucking dunked, dude.
I won't screw up, David. I promise.
Oh. The hell are we going now?
Beyond the horizon lived 3 hunters who killed to prove themselves. Shame, hate, and pride passed down through generations, fueling their actions. Their egos knew no hunger as they marked all of their kills and belongings.
Oh.
Gentlemen, welcome to the ass end of nowhere. Make yourselves at home.
What? Who the fuck is this asshole?
In the coming weeks, you will be sleeping in dirt.
Like, dead in a grave?
You will be bathing in ice-cold streams, and you will be defecating in bushes. So before we commence Operation Borealis, why don't you remind the boys of the facts, Lieutenant?
Sir, a few weeks ago, we got word of an unidentified object crash landing south of our current position. Command believes that this object is a meteorite, and they've ordered a team to locate said meteorite and perform the necessary analysis.
Accurate as always, Humphrey. Now, because it is critical that we document our findings, we have a civilian along for the ride. I trust that you've already given him a warm welcome.
Not every day us grunts get to channel our inner Brando.
What? What? Isn't that the name of the fucking... It's got electrolytes.
Just make sure you stay on my good side. Okay, Petey?
I'll try my best, Lieutenant. Soon as I, find my equipment, that is.
Is it there? Is it in here?
Without my camera, there isn't gonna be much of a film.
It must have been delivered with the rest of the gear.
Well, get the lead out of your ass. We're moving out this afternoon, whether you're ready or not.
Why is there lead in your ass? Gotta be somewhere. Where? Oh, that's the music. Okay. I was like, what is that sound? Tent. Tents everywhere. Suitcase. What you looking for? Better get used to those tents. Gonna be seeing a lot of them in the next few weeks. Brings a suitcase on a trek like this. Civvies, no goddamn sense. What? Just because he didn't bring a fucking duffel bag and instead brought a fucking suitcase? It's just a bag to put shit in. Calm down. Sure hope the kid traveled light, because he doesn't look like he's strong enough to carry much. All the stuff we'll need's in that tent. Better take inventory before we leave. If we end up out in the middle of nowhere and we're missing some piece of gear, we'll never hear the end of it. Man, I hate the army. Oh. 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 Okay. Who left it? Ugh, not my problem. This little squirt planning on lugging a suitcase through the wilderness for weeks? Well, I don't know, but I've been told uranium ore is worth more than gold. Damn commies could never write a hit like that. What? MREs, check. Canteens, check. Secret stuff I'm not supposed to talk to the civilian about, check. God damn, why'd I leave that lying around? Hope the CV doesn't figure out what it's for. Huh? Which asshole left the tent open? Man, I hope I can remember how to work that thing. I was hungover when they showed me back at base. Jesus Christ. Well, if we're being thorough, but why is Green doing inventory again? Maybe he's just nervous. Just wish Laren cared about his job that much. Jesus, kid couldn't find his ass with both hands. I can only imagine the whooping I'd have gotten if I lost my rifle back in Korea. Damn it, who left that thing lying out? Why do you all have such a fucking stick up your ass? Can't believe Green left that thing wide open. As soon as I finish my briefing, I ought to put a rocket up him. Huh? That sounds like HR will have a problem with that. We don't need the little shrimp nosing around. Lost his camera, lost his film, lost his suitcase. The suitcase is right there. What the fuck are you talking about? Kid wanted to made it through basic training. Heck, I nearly didn't. Yeah, because basic training is fucking actually disgusting. Nobody should be going through that shit. From what I've heard. I guess I don't have personal knowledge, but I've seen shit. Better keep this thing in good shape, otherwise it's coming out of their pay. Hey, my film reels. They must have gotten mixed up with the rest of the gear. Wait, what's the deal with the other stuff?
That sure is a lot of gear for a mission this size. What's it all for?
Hey, you didn't say any of that, okay?
Good job. How did my films get lumped in with the stuff that's packed in that tent? What is that stuff? Looks straight out of a science fiction movie, especially that yellow thing. Well, there's a lot of high-tech gear, but I don't see a camera. Suitcase looks kind of familiar. Bingo! My trusty Pyard Bolex H16. Handheld marvel of European technology. With the films from the tent, I've got all I need now. Something's still bugging me though. What was the rest of that stuff in that tent? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Wait! No, not that! Oh. Good, now I have all the stuff I need. Seems those guys aren't taking any chances based on the gear in that tent. Well, I've got what I need, but what's the deal with the rest of the gear they brought?
Say, I think I've seen one of those before. Is that a Geiger counter?
Hey, who left that tent open?
Sir, that was me. I was taking inventory.
How about next time you don't let the civvy go poking around our gear? Huh, Green?
What's your plan with that? You looking for uranium?
Hey, Peter, I think I saw some rocks over there with some weird markings on them. Now you've got your camera, why don't you go get some shots, huh?
I was just wondering why—
That was an order, Pete. I'll make it clearer in the future.
Yes, sir.
The fuck? Never thought my next project would involve a bunch of soldiers. I was surprised when they contacted me about coming along. Guess they just need someone with a camera who can shoot. I don't care if they're using me. I mean, I'm using them too. Get to shoot in the Northwest Territories, and I'm getting paid to boot. We love getting paid. God damn, how'd I get suckered into another shit detail? I have the worst damn luck. Tails. Why'd I pick tails? I always pick heads. I didn't even ask for best of 3. What the fuck? And that asshole Purcell's probably sunning himself on some beach while I'm out here. You buffoon. Sheesh, dodged a bullet with this detail. Suckers are gonna be here for weeks. Scientific expedition is a good cover. For everyone's sake, I hope it's just a meteorite like they say. Once we've cleared this thing up, we can all head home. It's good to get off base for a while, I guess. A few more years, I can get out of the army, open up an auto repair shop with my brother. Finally put some of that training to good use. Now I can trust Humph on a mission like this. Green and Bolio will follow orders, but the kid's an unknown quantity.
Lieutenant?
Sir.
I know I don't need to tell you again, but this operation needs a light touch. I trust you'll keep your men in line. Even the pipsqueak.
He'll be on a tight leash, sir. Besides, I think he's more interested in futzing with his camera.
Well, be that as it may, you don't need to tell him anything he doesn't need to know. Oh, another thing. We'll need the cooperation of the locals on this, so...
So keep Laren away from them at all times. Got it, sir.
Well, good hunting, Humph. You're the only one I can trust with this.
Thank you, sir. We won't let you down.
Are you not part of this, fucking captain? Wow, this keeps... Wow, we can really keep going, huh? Petroglyphs. Looks like someone messed up leaving that tent open. If I bring all this junk, they're just gonna have to lug it around on their backs. I've seen one of those things in the back of one of my kid brother's comic books. Figured they were just toys. Walking around looking for a bit of old moon rock? No thanks. Yeah, that's right, kid. You go film those rocks over there. Military needs all the movies about rocks it can get. Jackass. My god. You need a nap, buddy. You seem a little cranky. Saw something carved on the rocks over there. Probably Eskimo for a shitty camping spot. Hadn't even noticed those carvings before the lieutenant told Peter to have a look. That's the boss, alright. Send you off on some bullshit job when he wants you out of the way. Most of the other officers just scream at you, call you an idiot, or worse. Carving on rocks. Haven't they heard of paper? My guy! My god! Rock carving, sure, that'll keep the run busy. Why are you all so insufferable? Hopefully those rocks keep Peter busy. God damn, that kid's not. He hasn't done anything! Lieutenant was right, I guess. Looks like there are some carvings on that rock. Don't see what that has to do with this meteorite, but something strange about that rock. Like someone was trying to mark this spot. Like it has some special significance.
I thought we'd never see trees again. How long has it been? 3 years?
Damn.
Almost 4. But that means we're on the right track. All thanks to you, Commander.
I thought I told you all to stop with this commander nonsense.
I'm sorry, sir. Perhaps Captain would be more to your liking. Admiral, maybe.
Much like an Inukshuk, these trees are a symbol of our salvation.
Game should be plentiful here.
And, more importantly, this is the gateway to the south. to civilization. No offense.
Our first sight of trees after so long is quite the occasion. We should celebrate it, but how? Trees! Sometimes the sea brings pieces of old wood, but no trees can grow where we live. It's quite a sight. This device was used to steer the Kellernoth's ship, guided them to us, like the symbol from Simon's dream. Maybe the signs on the stone have a story to tell. A message from the past reaching out through time far into the future. Kellernoth used trees such as this one to build their boats and even their houses. I've never seen such carved stones up north. It's not something our people do. Why do the Kellernoth carry a sun-shaped piece of wood around? No idea what it's for. Some of those trees look almost dead. No surprise, considering the harsh conditions. Batten down the hatches, boys. We're headed southwards. What do those carved stone mean? They look ancient. The trees mark the end of the first chapter of our journey. Don't know what lies ahead, but it's good to put all that ice and snow behind us. Not sure what compelled me to take this with us. Spent most of my life at sea, lived on ships since I was a boy. Maybe I'm just sentimental. Stones have been engraved by a man's hand. Could this be a sign?
Do you know the meaning of the symbols on these rocks?
I do not. I have heard of similar markings, but it is said they came along before me and my people.
And yet they've lasted all this time. Incredible. In that case, we should leave our own mark. A sign of our passage. Josephus, you used to draw all the time on the boat. I'd like you to be in charge of the carving.
I drew on paper, not rock.
You're a resourceful man, Josephus. I trust you to figure things out.
If it's important to you, I'll do my best. What would you like me to carve?
I shall leave that to you, my friend. Follow your inspiration. Let it guide you. We'll need to find a suitable place to leave our mark. Let's look around.
Will the spot do, Commander?
Perfect, Josephus. This will be seen from a distance. Now get your tools and start carving.
I'll need some inspiration for what to carve first. Oh. We must stand straight as the wind blows, just like those trees. If we bend, we're dead. We navigate those barren lands as we navigated the icy northwestern seas, looking for a passage. Hope this time we find it. For an archaeologist, this would be an incredible discovery. They're at least 10,000 years old. How do you know that? Good sir would really have been fascinated by them. He was a man of science and boundless curiosity. God, I miss him. Given how long it's been since anyone used this thing, it'll be a miracle if it even fires. Why are you carrying around a can? Whatever.
This tree looks good. I think I can cut it. Halukala homa. I believe I can cut this tree down. It isn't too big and I'm sure it will burn well.
Very well. Change of plan. Go ahead to it.
This item looks like a movable Inuk ship, but what danger is it supposed to indicate? Suluk once told me that sometimes when he closes his eyes, he sees symbols dance in his head. Most of the time he has no idea what they mean, but he knows they're important. To be an Angakuk must be incredible. This was a part of the Kellernoth's boat. It allowed them to steer it somehow. But their boat was so big, probably was not very agile. No surprise they were caught by the ice. Both the Kalanat and Inuit have spent months pulling this weight in one of their boats. Why? Sometimes wonder if this encounter is a test from Suluk. He has his own ways. Henry's still here? Nature can take 1,000 forms. William Lockett told me this item is not made of stone but of metal. Do not know its purpose though. We're dragging these men and their useless possessions behind us like we would drag a dead caribou. Except you can't eat a cannon. Kalanat have all those instruments to show them the way, but they would still be walking in circles in the snow were it not for us. Far from our land and our people, I do not know what these signs mean, but this is the territory of the Athapaskans? I fought against them in the past. Doubt they have kind words for us. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Unless you've gone through character development. Have you grown literally at all? Trees are a sign that we're walking towards civilization and away from this godforsaken land. Nope. Seems you haven't. Goodbye. Even after everything we've been through, I still miss the sea. Not that I'm in any rush to join my next expedition.
To it, Cormac. I think my tree's the best candidate for firewood. I'll start chopping.
Everybody chopping trees. If we ever get home, there will be no more ships for me. Like to find a nice girl, put down roots somewhere, live out the rest of my life in peace. What good's a cannon gonna do all the way out here? No, literally. Suppose if Woodruff wants it, he must have a plan for it. He's got an eerie habit of being right about things. What is this object they've been dragging around for months? Makes me feel uneasy. Reuben Campbell explained to me that this object used to be used to keep their boat in one place. Maybe it's been released from the ice by now?
Reuben, Atwat, listen. I think this tree will burn better than the other two. I will cut this tree for us.
Very well. Change your plan. Go ahead, Cormac.
Oh, I'm just changing which tree they're getting? Okay. Sure. I don't know which one's the best. William Lockett told me this object is a weapon, but what kind of animal can be hunted with such a huge rifle? A whale? What is this strangely shaped piece of metal? Since we left the Terra, this thing has been little more than an ornament. But if the need arises, we'll be ready to meet any threat we might face. They trust me to bring them to safe harbor. Cannot let them down. I'll leave nothing to chance. Terror feels like a lifetime ago, and blind obedience to authority kept us rooted to the spot. Kept our anchor, but we cast off for freedom. Well... maybe I could carve one of those trees? After all, there's a sign that we're finally getting closer to civilization. Got a few ideas, which is the right one. Woodruff said he wanted to leave a sign of our passing, to guide others that might follow us. How do you carve that? Terror couldn't steer us to safety, but Woodruff has given us a new direction. Maybe the ship's helm is the adequate symbol. Yeah. Also, you cut the tree.
It isn't too big and I'm sure it will burn well.
Very well. Change.
Yeah. Okay. Go back. Wow. Definitely something on that rock. Can't get a good view of it. Too much stuff in the way. If only that other tree stump was over here. The height was perfect, just in the wrong spot. I fucking knew it. I'm a genius. Okay, so it has to be it has to be yours.
Head to it, Cormac.
Okay. Now, yes. Okay, the petroglyphs are in shot. Time to start filming. Yippee! What's that glowing thing? It's like something out of a science fiction story. Wait, I think I've seen this thing before, but where?
Peter, pack up your gear. We're moving out.
Yes, sir. I'll be right there.
If only I had more time to study those markings. Something's definitely fishy about this mission. Like I'm not being told the whole truth. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I was meant to come here. We did it. Fire. Music. Good to see the lads enjoying themselves and getting along with our companions too. Feels like there's a bond growing between us. Or is this the beginning of something greater? Maybe that was the meaning of my dream. They must feel it too, our destiny. Sick. Helm felt like the right symbol, something to guide those that follow us. Hell yeah. These stones have been engraved by a man's hand. Could this be a sign? After months of walking in the cold, I could sit by a fire like this for hours. But if we stay here for too long, we'll get soft and lose momentum. Still a long way to go. Who would have believed that I'd find myself warming up near a campfire to the sound of Inuit drums?
Well done, Commander. We needed a little party.
A little party? Is that all this is for him? This almost brings me back to my childhood. Festivities in my village as a boy.
I was wondering, Commander, how will we get back to Britain once we've reached the mainland?
Britain? How can you think of dreary old Britain at a time like this? Enjoy yourself, Josephus.
I'll enjoy myself when I return to my family, Commander.
His family? Doesn't he see what we're doing here? Family ain't shit. Dance fire, dance flames, listen to our music and make our bodies warm. Music made the Inuit make their... The music the Inuit make with their drums is incredible. It goes well with the violin too, almost as if they were made for each other. Or maybe I've just not heard music for a while. Flames of the fire feel good on my old skin, but the instrument the Kalanat play sounds like the chant of a cursed spirit.
Natar, you who are wise, what do you think of our celebration?
I think I got his point there. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Last time I enjoyed a fire that much was long ago when I came back from my first hunt. I had killed a huge seal. My mother cooked the most delicious stew with its fresh meat. We also braided his intestines to eat them later. What a treat. No, don't be annoyed. No annoyance. Forbidden. Ah, heck. They don't understand. All these men do is complain or play like children. The Inuit, they're distrustful of me. They don't consider me one of their own. Of course they fucking don't, you goon! They don't see what I see. They don't feel what I feel. They don't realize that we're creating history. It's up to me to shape them, to guide them to the very end.
All right, enough prattling around. To bed, gentlemen. We still have a long road ahead of us.
Aw, man. Damn. Ah. Cute.